Hello students, today we are going to begin with the first chapter of history. It means we are going to start the study of history in 7th standard. So here in this chapter, the revelation of medieval India. Before we begin to the explanation of chapter, just look at this coin. What this coin depicts us. Suppose this coin is found after 1,000 years, then how it will be helpful for the history to reconstruct it. See here, if you can see, look at the coin. This is the one side of the coin that India, the name of the country, Bharat, it is written. So it means what? It will be helpful for the historians to find out the language of India, and then the currency of India, that is important thing. So here the uh, see here rupee, the symbol of rupee is given here. It means the historians can come to know, they will come to know that the currency of India was rupee. Then here it was the emblem of national emblem of India, that is three lines, that Satyamev Jayate is the national goal of the Indian territory. So it means what? This coin is very useful and helpful for the reconstruction of history. See the second side, if we will look at the second side of the um, coin. So here Sri Mata Vaishno Devi, okay, shrine board, that board, it is the name of the board. The religious matters of the country, the religious history of the country of a particular territory can be known with the help of this side of this coin. Okay, it means these coins and such type of materials which are created by the contemporary people, that is, that becomes helpful source of the history. So here we are going to begin directly towards the history, that periods of the history. History is divided into the mainly three periods, that history is divided into. Okay, see, ancient history, that is from 3600 BC, it means before Christ, to 700, it means up to the 8th century. The ancient history was considered, there is considered. Then Middle Ages, that it means it is known as the medieval period. That medieval period, it continues from 8th century, it means 700 to 18th century. Okay, so that Middle Ages or medieval period. And the modern age, that 1800 to present, now the continue, it is going on. So this generally James Mill, who was the Scottish historian, he has generally made the parts of the Indian history. And here, with the help of that book, the volume, 3 volume book he has published, and with the help of that, the periods of history, Indian history, are made. Okay, so that there are 3 periods of Indian history. Ancient history, that is from 3600 BC to 700 AD. Then Middle Ages, that is medieval period, that is from 700 to 1800. And the modern age, that is the 1800 to present. Okay, so in this way, here Indian history is divided into 3 periods. So the medieval period, that is mainly that we are going to study about in the whole book of history in 7th standard. So that medieval period, see, uh, the term medieval is derived from the Latin word medium evum, meaning relating or belonging to the Middle Ages. Okay, the things which are belonging to the Middle Ages are called as the medieval things, or the information belonging to the medieval period, or the history of medieval period is known as the Middle Age history. So medium evum, that is the Latin word in the word medieval is converted into. Okay, then here the medieval period is the one that lies between the ancient and the modern period. Okay, it means the modern period, that already we have studied the three periods of Indian history, that ancient period, medieval period, and modern period. So the medieval period is the period between ancient and modern times. The medieval period of Indian history broadly extends from 8th century to 18th century. Okay, so 700. So when it is beginning of 700, that is known as the 8th century. Okay, so 8th century to 18th century, the medieval period is counted in Indian history. Events from the medieval period had a profound impact on every walk of life, be it polity, society, religion, culture, and economy. See, as far as the Indian history is concerned, the medieval period is considered very important because this period had too much of impacts on the every walk of life. Either it is the polity, it means the political field, or the rulers, uh, politics, that it is administration, the dynasties that ruled the country, that all belonging to this quality, polity. Okay, then society, in society many changes were taken place in the medieval period. Then religion, some religions, they overcame in this medieval period. Cultural and economic, all the fields of human life that relate to human life, that all fields are having a particular impact of itself in the medieval period. Many changes, important changes had made in the medieval period. So therefore it is thought that the study of medieval period is very important. Then the medieval period, that entire period is further subdivided into the early medieval period, that is from 700 CE to 1200, and the late medieval period, that is 1200 to 750. Okay, so here you can see the graphical picture of the division of the medieval period. Okay, the medieval period, that first early medieval period 700 to 1200, it means that 8th century to 13th century, and the medieval period, late medieval period, that is from 13th century to here 1750, it means 18th century. Okay, so in this way there are the two divisions, two parts of the medieval period are made to make the history very easy to study. Okay, then nomenclature of India. Nomenclature, it means how India got its name as India. Okay, there are many rumors that are spread about the name of India, that many a times we just in the social medias also we see that different kind of posts are there made by different people. But the actual history of the name of India, how India got its name, okay, that is very interesting and that is very different, that today in this chapter we are going to reveal that history. So the first India, it was known as Bharatvarsha, or it was also known as the Jambudvip. Okay, Jambudvip, it means India, there are the three side water, oceans and seas are there in India. Okay, so therefore in India it is considered as the Dweep. Okay, it means for the three side it was having water, therefore it was considered as an island type land. Okay, so that's why it was known as Jambu Dweep. Okay, the big Dweepa, the big land, okay, that surrounds with the water. And Bharatvarsha, because it was ruled by the king Bharat. Okay, the Republic of India was known by very varied names at different points in the history. So that is the first, that Bharatvarsha and Jambudvipa. During the ancient time, Bharatvarsha, or the land of Bharatas. Okay, Bharata, it means was the ruler of this land, therefore it was known as Bharatvarsha. and Jambudvipa were some of the names used to refer India. Okay, so India was referred by with the help of these two names. Either it was called as a Bharatvarsha or Jambudvipa. Okay, then the another name that was to identify this land was Hind or Hindustan. Okay, these two names were also there to identify this land. So India was known as Hind and Hindustan around 11th century to the Persians and Arabs. Okay, Arabian people and Persian people, those who came to India, it means many Arab rulers that invaded India, they given the name, even there was a trade with Persian people and Arabian peoples with this land. So that people, they used to call this country, this land as Hind or Hindustan. It means Hind and Hindustan, that were the names given by Persians or Arabians to Indian land. Okay, so nomenclature, this next that Hindustan. Now India got its name, that Hindustan. Further, rulers of Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire began to call their Indian territory as Hindustan. Okay, Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire, that sultans in Delhi, they ruled, and Mughal Empire, which was established by Babur, that all rulers, they started to call this land after making their rule here, forming their rule here, they started to call this land as Hindustan. Okay, so it has a different history that we are going to reveal it step by step, because generally the Hindustan, what name of on the name in the name of Hindustan, that many of the people had rumors that it is because of it is called Hindustan because there are many people, majority of the Hindu people is there found in this country, therefore it is considered as, it is not that matter. Okay, what the history is, that we are going to reveal here step by step. So these are the names that first we have studied: Bharatvarsha, then Jambudvipa, as Hind or Hindustan. These four names that we came to know to this land, our country. Okay, then next that however the meaning of Hindustan during medieval period was significantly different from what we understand today. Okay, as I already told you that generally the people spread the rumors, and it is the opinion of the people that this country is known as Hindustan because of the majority of people, but it is not the matter. What is the actual history that India got name Hindustan? That is Minhaj us Siraj, a medieval scholar. Okay, the scholar from the medieval period. What was his name? Minhaj us Siraj used the term Hindustan in the 13th century to describe the areas of modern Punjab, Haryana, and the land between the two rivers, the Ganga and the Yamuna, which were a part of Delhi Sultanate. Okay, as in the previous slide we have studied that the rulers from Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire, they started to call these this land as Hindustan. So here we can see in the picture, the map here of India is here depicted, the old map. So here we can see that Pakistan, Afghanistan, these countries are there. So what actually is that Minhaj us Siraj, he termed the word Hindustan. Okay, why it is? Because it is lying near and after the river Indus. Okay, on the basis of river Indus, India got its name Hindustan, because they considered Hindu that Indus river. Okay, that is Sindhu in the Sanskrit name of Indus river. Okay, Sanskrit name of Indus river is Sindhu. So on the basis of this river's name, okay, name of this river, that Sindhu, the stan which is after the river Sindhu, that is the Sindhustan, but they pronounced it as Hindustan. Okay, so as in this way here, Minaj Siraj at the first time he considered this land which was ruled by a Delhi Sultanate, and the land particularly that is after Sindh, river Indus. Okay, that is we can say that Punjab, Haryana, these are the states here. Okay, and then here the land between the two rivers, that is Ganga and Yamuna. Okay, so these rivers are there, that Ganga and Yamuna. So particularly the word Hindustan is the term that is used for this land. Okay, so today we have got very clear idea about the name of the Hindustan, how India it is known as Hindustan. Okay, so in early 16th century, Emperor Babur used the term Hindustan to denote the geography, the natural vegetation, and the culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. Okay, see, subcontinent, it means that time Pakistan was also the part of India, and here Bangladesh also. So when Babur became the emperor and Mughal rule was established, that time Babur he observed the culture, vegetation type, then geographical phenomena of these areas and all this area he has termed as Hindustan. Now Hindustan is not only the area near to river Indus, it is Punjab, Haryana, and Ganga Yamuna rivers. But he extended the name, he extended the term for all this territory, because this territory, in this territory, he found there is a particular similarity in the geographical phenomena, cultural phenomena. Okay, then vegetations and all that things. Therefore, Babur he termed the whole territory, the subcontinent. Okay, subcontinent means these countries: Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, all this area. Okay, so this is considered as, this much of the portion is considered as Hindustan, and Babur termed this name Hindustan for the described area or the territory. Okay, then next it came the name India. Okay, so up to this we have studied how India got its name as a Hindustan. Okay, and Bharatvarsha also. So today also that all the three names are continued for India. We call India as Hindustan also, Bharat also, and it is also known as India. Okay, so how India, this name is termed to our country. It was during the British Raj. Okay, when there was the British rule on India, that Hindustan became synonymous with Indus, India. Okay, Hindustan became synonymous to India. How it became synonymous? See, generally the present day name India was given to the country by the Greeks. Okay, the Greeks, those who came to India for the trade, purpose of trade. Okay, so they named this land as India. Okay, so this, how this name is coined, how this term is coined, that it is derived from the Greek word Indoi. Okay, Indoi, that meaning the region beyond the river Indus or Sindhu. Okay, so the area that is lying beyond the Indus river, that is Sanskrit name is Sindhu. Okay, so that they called that river Indoi. Okay, they used the name of the Indus river to name the region. Okay, so on the basis or in the name of the river Indus, they coined the new name for this territory as India. Okay, so in this way India got its name India. The sources for the reconstruction of history. See, what are the sources and how that sources are here. History is the study of the past. To study the past, historians depend on a variety of sources. As the beginning in the beginning of this session also, we have studied one coin. We have observed that coin, that how the coin is very useful for the historians to reconstruct or to write the history or to know the history. Okay, so the same way historians, they study the past on the basis of some different types of sources they found from the particular sites. Okay, so that things that are known as the sources of history. Okay, on the things on which the historians, they reconstruct and they write the history, they write about the past period, that things are known as the sources. Sources differ according to the period of their study and nature of their investigation. Okay, sources that differ according to the period. Okay, it means period wise that sources are different. So in the ancient time, sources of the ancient history are very different. If we compare that sources to the medieval period. Okay, the sources that are found in the medieval period, that are very different from the ancient period and even in the modern period, because as the time passes, many inventions were happened in the time being. Okay, so therefore many new things, the newly invented things were created, and they were preserved, and that things are found now, present period. So therefore we can consider that there is the difference between the sources of history also as the period changes. Okay, so in ancient period we can say that many of the things that are made up of uh, earthen pots are there, stones are there. Okay, on the basis of that we come to know about the history of ancient man. Then if we come to the medieval period, so there are the inscriptions, because the writing art of writing was invented and it was developed in this period. Therefore more much of the things that found from the medieval period that are written, or the inscriptions are made there. Okay, such type of sources that differ from period to period. The characteristics of ancient, medieval, and modern periods differ significantly, is it? As already I explained to you, and are based on the changes they underwent. Hence, the source materials of these periods also differ. Okay, it means source material that different. If the ancient history, there are the sources that are made up of wood or soil. Okay, many things are there. Then in the medieval period, written documents are found. Okay, tarikhs are there, that are the written proofs of history that are found for the medieval history. Okay, it means that differ the sources of history that differ from period to period. Historians have to be careful while studying the sources in order to draw accurate facts. Okay, it is very difficult because that time the language that is used in a particular period, it will change. Okay, in the language of medieval period, that was different, and the period language which is used in the present period, that is also different. So therefore the historians, they uh, have to be very careful while studying these sources, because the history, they should take out the proper and correct history with the help of these sources. Okay, therefore whenever there is accuracy and whenever there is a proof of any incident, then only that incident is considered as the history, and that is included in the study of history. Otherwise it is not. Okay, so therefore historians, they should be very careful about the study of these sources of history. For the purpose of study, sources of the medieval period are divided into two types, that are archaeological sources and the literary sources. Okay, it means the sources on which the history is reconstructed or written, that sources are divided into two types. Okay, there are two types of sources, that archaeological sources and the literary sources. Okay, so it is very simple to understand that here in the graphic picture we can see that dividation of the medieval sources of the medieval period. It is found in archaeological sources and literary sources. So very simple to understand. Archaeological sources and means the sources which are related to the archaeology. Okay, the constructions of buildings, then monuments are there, forts are there. On that basis history is written, that are known as the archaeological sources. And literary sources, that are written sources. Okay, written sources that are written, particularly written on the inscriptions or tarikhs, tawarikhs. Okay, bakhars are there. So like these sources are known as the literary sources. So to, here these two sources, yeah, we are going to study in very detail in the next session, one by one. Okay, we will study in detail archaeological sources with its example, its meaning and all that, as well as the literary sources also for the in the next period. So here for this session we are going to conclude. Thank you for attending the session. So here we are going to conclude the session.